April 28, 1988, a day that began like any other in the tropical paradise of Hawaii. The sun shone bright, casting a warm glow over the Pacific Ocean. Little did the passengers of Aloha Airlines Flight 243 know that this seemingly ordinary day would soon transform into a terrifying fight for survival. At 24,000 feet cruising altitude, the unthinkable happened. A deafening roar ripped through the cabin, tearing a gaping hole in the aircraft's roof. Passengers were jolted violently, their senses overwhelmed by the sudden rush of wind and the terrifying sight of the open sky above. The blue sky, once a symbol of tranquility, now represented chaos and fear. Luggage, belongings, and even parts of the aircraft's interior were sucked out into the void. The once familiar hum of the engines was replaced by a deafening roar of wind, a constant reminder of the disaster unfolding around them. The idyllic island-hopping journey had turned into a desperate struggle for survival. Aloha Airlines Flight 243 was an inter-island service, a routine hop between the picturesque islands of Hawaii. Its mission was simple, to connect the people and communities of this island paradise. On this fateful day, the flight was scheduled to fly from Hilo International Airport on the Big Island to Kahului Airport on the island of Maui. For many locals, this flight was a part of everyday life, a quick and convenient way to travel between the islands. Businessmen, families, and tourists alike boarded the aircraft, their minds filled with the anticipation of reaching their destinations. Little did they know that they were about to become part of aviation history, their lives forever marked by the events that would unfold in the next terrifying minutes. The aircraft tasked with this island-hopping mission was a Boeing 737-297, a reliable workhorse of the skies. With its twin engines and spacious cabin, the 737 had become a familiar sight in airports around the world. This particular aircraft, registered as N73711, had a history of reliable service with Aloha Airlines. It had transported countless passengers across the Hawaiian Islands, its familiar livery a symbol of safe and efficient air travel. On that fateful day, however, the aircraft's structural integrity would be put to the ultimate test. The stresses and strains of countless takeoffs, landings, and pressurization cycles had taken their toll, setting the stage for a catastrophic failure that would expose the hidden dangers lurking within the aircraft's aging frame. The weather on that April morning was typical for Hawaii: clear skies, gentle trade winds, and a warm, tropical sun. As Flight 243 taxied out to the runway at Hilo International Airport, there was no indication of the impending disaster. The passengers, a mix of locals and tourists, settled into their seats. The flight attendants, their smiles reflecting the warmth and hospitality of the islands, performed their pre-flight safety demonstrations. The engines roared to life, their powerful turbines propelling the aircraft down the runway and into the clear blue sky. As the island of Hawaii shrunk below them, the passengers gazed out the windows, their thoughts drifting towards their destinations, unaware of the terrifying ordeal that awaited them. Section 5: Island Hopping Dreams. Inside the cabin, a sense of excitement filled the air. Families chatted excitedly, their children peering out the windows at the shrinking island below. Businessmen worked on their laptops, utilizing the short flight to catch up on work. Tourists, eager to explore the beauty of the Hawaiian Islands, snapped photos and marveled at the stunning views of the Pacific Ocean. The atmosphere was relaxed and jovial, a testament to the laid-back island lifestyle. For many, this short flight was merely a stepping stone to bigger adventures, a chance to experience the unique beauty and culture of the Hawaiian archipelago. They were flying towards new experiences, new memories, and new connections. The future seemed bright, filled with promise and possibility. Section 6: A deafening roar, metal gives way. The tranquility of the flight was shattered without warning. A deafening roar ripped through the cabin, instantly transforming the atmosphere from one of excitement to terror. The aircraft shuddered violently as a section of the roof, weakened by metal fatigue, tore away from the fuselage. Passengers screamed in terror as the cabin depressurized with explosive force. The sudden rush of wind tore at their clothing and sent unsecured objects flying through the air. Oxygen masks dropped from the ceiling, a stark reminder of the life-or-death situation unfolding around them. Those seated near the rupture were exposed to the full fury of the elements. The force of the wind was like a hurricane inside the cabin, tearing at their clothing and threatening to suck them out into the void. The roar of the wind was deafening, making communication impossible. Section 7. Amidst the chaos, crew takes charge. In the face of unimaginable chaos, the flight crew of Aloha Airlines Flight 243 displayed extraordinary courage and professionalism. Flight attendant Clarabelle C.B. Lansing, despite being severely injured and partially ejected from the aircraft, remained at her post, calming terrified passengers and providing assistance to those in need. In the cockpit, Captain Robert Schornsteiner and First Officer Madeline Mimi Tompkins struggled to control the crippled aircraft. With the roof gone, the 737 was buffeted by violent wind shear and turbulence. The sudden decompression and loss of structural integrity made flying the aircraft extremely challenging. Despite the chaos and danger, the crew's training kicked in. They immediately declared an emergency with air traffic control, calmly relaying their situation and requesting immediate assistance. Their voices, though strained with adrenaline, remained steady and focused, providing a beacon of hope for the terrified passengers. Section 8. Race against time. Emergency landing. With the aircraft severely damaged and losing altitude rapidly, the crew faced a race against time to land safely. They skillfully navigated the crippled 737 towards the Kahului airport on the island of Maui, their every action dictated by the need to save the lives entrusted to them. The descent was fraught with danger. The aircraft, its controls sluggish and unresponsive, was tossed about like a leaf in a hurricane. The wind roared through the gaping hole in the roof, making communication difficult and adding to the terror inside the cabin. Despite the challenges, the crew managed to maintain control. They executed a textbook emergency landing, guiding the crippled 737 onto the runway at Kahului Airport with remarkable skill and precision. The sound of tires screeching against pavement was a symphony of relief for the terrified passengers and crew. Section 9. Aftermath, relief, injuries, and investigation. As the dust settled on the runway at Kahului Airport, the true extent of the disaster became horrifyingly clear. The once familiar Boeing 737-297, now a mangled wreck, stood as a testament to the terrifying ordeal that had just transpired. Miraculously, despite the catastrophic nature of the incident, only one life was lost. Flight attendant Clarabelle C.B. Lansing, who had heroically remained at her post to assist passengers, was tragically swept out of the aircraft during the decompression. 65 passengers and crew members sustained injuries, ranging from minor cuts and bruises to serious trauma. The quick response of emergency personnel at Kahului Airport undoubtedly saved lives, as they worked tirelessly to evacuate the aircraft and provide medical attention to those in need. The incident sent shockwaves through the aviation industry, prompting an immediate investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB. The investigation revealed that the cause of the accident was metal fatigue, exacerbated by corrosion, and the aircraft's high cycle count. Section 10. Legacy of Flight 243, Never Again. The legacy of Aloha Airlines Flight 243 extends far beyond the wreckage that landed on the runway at Kahului Airport. The incident served as a wake-up call for the aviation industry, highlighting the critical importance of aircraft maintenance and the need for rigorous safety protocols. The NTSB investigation led to significant changes in aircraft inspection procedures, with a particular focus on detecting and addressing metal fatigue. New regulations were implemented, requiring more frequent and thorough inspections of aging aircraft, particularly those operating in harsh environments. The heroic actions of the flight crew, particularly Captain Robert Schornsteiner, First Officer Madeline Mimi Tompkins, and Flight Attendant Clarabelle C.B. Lansing, became the subject of countless news stories and documentaries. Their bravery and professionalism in the face of unimaginable danger served as an inspiration to many. The incident also highlighted the importance of passenger safety briefings and the need for passengers to be aware of their surroundings and follow safety instructions. While the events of that fateful day were beyond the control of the passengers, their ability to remain calm and follow the crew's instructions undoubtedly contributed to the high survival rate. The story of Aloha Airlines Flight 243 serves as a powerful reminder of the unforgiving nature of flight and the importance of constant vigilance in ensuring the safety of those who travel by air. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the importance of teamwork, and the unwavering dedication of those who work tirelessly to make air travel as safe as possible.